Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Victoria 3, our Japanese empire in the year 1922, still under the reign of Emperor Meiji, who is like 70 now and aging. We probably won't live too long anymore. I just left you last time in a situation of, let's say, a little bit more internal turmoil. We've been following some laws and bringing in protected speech, as well here wage subsidies. So a couple of things going on that turned us like, yeah, a revolution was on the brink actually, and the trade unions are getting some extra, the laborers and trade unions get more power, but for the moment they seem to be placated, and let's hope we can keep on going like this and accompany this by a strong economical growth, which we do see over here, as well as an increase in the standard of living. So let's hope we can make use of our new territories, especially here in the Manchurias, when we have cheaper coal coming out. We hope that there is some kind of relief under political pressure, because people will be happier. Apart from this, we recently took over the Philippines and yeah, aiming a little bit for Southeast Asia still in our way for expansion. Meantime, we want to have a look if Siam or Vietnam or Burma are potential candidates to become protectorate. Sometimes they do. Yeah. On the other hand, we have problems with our finances, since the Russian war reparations kind of expired, while our expenditures increased, of course, over time. A lot of that can get out for, where are we, welfare payments. I don't see it right now. Well, anyways, the submarines, welfare payments, and so on. So we are a little bit in a problematic situation money-wise. We still need to, also bureaucracy-wise, we still need to get something back over here. And yeah, we have to observe, since now we get just also 60,000 still coming in from war reparations from the Spanish and the Italians. So also those are going to fall away at some point. So we definitely need to see how we can finance our state a little bit more solidly. Of course we can just raise taxes, but this is quite a hard one. So I consider kind of to bring in another tax over here to reduce a little bit our problems. That means we need to get some authority back by stopping some other tax. And I'm impressed how the grain price went up again after, yeah, we just introduced these new fertilizer techniques last time. Anyhow, why do I want to check tea or furniture? Could be both interesting for us. Probably we'd rather do furniture, since tea is loved by the Japanese too much and I don't want to make it more expensive. Alright, let's see. We need to get some stuff out. Maybe it is time to actually end the Hokkaido Greener Grass campaign. I mean, it's already a huge population, so actually I feel like it's growing sufficiently. So for the moment, this is fine. Let's cancel this one, and let's bring in a tax on... Oh, I was thinking furniture is okay, but actually it's not. 600. So tea, of course, brings us more money. This must have been a calculation error, since money, we went to minus 40k. But let's then tax luxury clothes for the meantime. And then we shall see how this develops. Let's hope that we can get our debt a little bit out of the way, and we can also get going what I already just did. Quickly work through these things. Yeah, Finnish Revolution, I don't care right now. Holstein Revolution, I also don't care right now. Low market access, that's something I do care about. We are building railways already down here, that's okay. Taxation capacity, let's rather invest, since we lack bureaucracy anyways. Actually it's not so much, just Shikoku. Nice. And Southern Manchuria, yeah, there's, well, a little bit. Hokkaido maybe one more actually, and I think then we should be good. Let's have a quick look what's going on over here. In the construction sector, oh yeah, we're going into power plants again after maxing out our coal over here. We're almost done. Crazy. And still it's expensive. Wow. We're maxing out over here as well. Maybe we have to go for for the 40 mines here northern Manchuria as well. How much would that be actually, the attack on them? Why can't we just actually just attack them? Conquer state, conquer state, conquer state. Northern Manchuria. Why can't I just go for it? Because... oh, we have 2 good relations. Then let's damage them a little bit. Because when everybody's taking his share of China, I feel like maybe it's not worth preserving it. And at least take our... to finalize, get the Manchurian part. We could even consider then releasing Manchuria as a puppet when we mainly build the things that we want there. Alright, we'll see. Oh, here's gold mines. Then we should also max those out. Alright, then let's get going and see where this is leading us. More declared interests. I think this is just a display error. Yeah, it is, because we did this all. I mean, we could go for holding a great exhibition, maybe. Since we're number 1 now. But maybe it's not. Maybe after successor we will think about that. Alright, what do we have here? Mara Revolt. Couldn't care less once again. And when can we go and attack basically here Mindangana now? '23, okay. Because this is just like it looks a little bit odd here. But we're still infamous. 3 more to go and then we can see where we continue. How much about conquering here? Kanak, 12 infamy. And here it's another 16, so 28, okay. Also not, this one is quite easy to do, but still not super cheap. Infamy-wise, cheap. And what was it to take over the entire transfer subject here of the Dutch East Indies? 130, this is a lot. Yeah. Also, we don't need to strip everything from them, it's okay. Just out of interest, it would be cheaper to ask to transfer Australia to me instead of... how much? Where's the difference? It's number 17. Oh, Australia is really badly developed. / New South Wales, apparently. But apparently they do have women's right. Not really, but a woman is in charge. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, they have lower population, I guess. Dutch East Indies have 80 million. Southeast West 16. This is probably where it comes from. Yeah, it would be a huge chunk actually to take them as a new vessel, and they have all these puppets as well. Kind of interesting that these guys over here, okay, we have the Dutch East Indies in the British market since they're a dominion of the Dutch, and they have a defensive pact with the English. All right. However, interesting that Bulungan or Pontianak and Sambas here, these states... wait, are we actually... here. That these guys here, these states turn out with a British flag. I think this is kind of a display error. Well, whatever. What do we have? Goldfields depleted in Outer Manchuria. Well, yeah. Unfortunate, we should have enough people over here. Let's max out then the gold field and the gold mines at least. Here we are maxed out, or somehow one even above. Seem to have tricked ourselves through over here in Alaska. Where we also want more immigration actually, since here's also some coal left that we could utilize for us. What is going on here? We do have the Edo uprising. Where is that? It's in West Africa. It's nothing to do with the Japanese Edo, and Saxon mining, and I don't care for both of these areas, can be happily left out. I mean, getting those guys here in the Heavenly Kingdom, getting them into our market could be still interesting. I mean, it's 260 million people. And what do they have a lot? Still like the basic dye, tea is still a lot, wood, fabric. I think it's too dangerous for my taste. I'd rather keep on trading with them at the moment. Let me know what you think. Should I try to get them into the market? I think it's not always a good idea to do so. Outer Manchuria having market access problems. But we're also building the railway over here already. This is fine. Southern Manchuria, there will be some railway extensions also. They don't have access to the sea. No, it's all covered by Outer Manchuria. Alright. But yeah, we did max out here. This is crazy. And still, we have quite expensive coal. Yeah, we have such high coal demand. Is there ways for importing it? From Belgium, yeah. And Johore, of course, too, then. Let's do what we can do. While quickly building here some logging camps to make use of the New Guinea jungle modifier. Oh, East New Guinea is actually not that small anymore. How many people? 870k, okay, and 318,000 Japanese. That's quite impressive. Persia wants to go for a trade agreement. How many trade routes do we have to Persia? Is there anything ongoing to them? Not really. At least here a couple, only 3 of them, and we are basically importing stuff and exporting some things. Well, we can afford it, and okay, they were kind of stripped apart by the French. Let's do the trade agreement if they want to. Maybe we can get them also in our sphere of influence somehow. The Afghans, the Brits, and this is really weird. Central Asia is a weird situation that neither the Brits nor the Russians really went in. Let's actually then get a defensive pact with the Persians just in case and see where this is leading to. Peru, Bolivia also wants a trade agreement. I think we do trade with them, actually not that little. Yeah, well, we do export some kind of stuff. That's okay, let's do that. We're not living from our tolls anyways. And then when doing this, let's reevaluate our trade routes. Let's finish the old ones that are not really working at the moment and re-establish a couple of them with the goods where it makes sense. Okay, they don't want to come into the custom unions yet. And here we go. Burma now would love to join our becoming a protectorate, which is very nice. It will cost us some infamy. So 6.5, maybe I'll wait for a second until I'm over the threshold so I don't cross the 25 immediately. Oh yeah, we wanted to check our trade routes, exactly. Okay, fine art. Can we get it somewhere from the Spaniards? Okay, give it to me, Spaniards, even if we don't have a deal with them. Coal, we don't really find cheap offers. Glass. Who do we have actually a trade agreement with? Still with the North Germans, Heavenly Kingdom? Yeah, we do have one of the North German still, so then let's get some glass from them. And actually also from the Spaniards still. Engines. Still from North German some. Let's do that. Tools. I mean, we do also want to produce all of them best case ourselves. But yeah. If they're so expensive, we have such a high demand, we can go for others, that's fine. Telephone and radios we're gonna have a look on anyways in a second. Rubber. The Spaniards. Don't want to start all these tiny, super tiny ones. Also the Spaniards and the Russians, okay. And the North Germans for iron. Wine, wow. The Greek, this tiny amount doesn't really help us a lot. Opioids. We should also, maybe you can invest in some our own opium farms. Automobiles, steel, clothes. I think down here it's kind of okay. Taiping, we import some tea, that's good. Fruits. Argentinians, Americans. North German. Well, we have a trade agreement with those guys, so let's do it here. And actually, they get from Argentina also some fruit in. This is fair. Some sugar from Taiping, and from the Peruvians. We should, I feel like, still after investing heavily in a lot of these things, we can still keep on going with that. Yeah, here we've got American grain. Should we do that? Import some, even though we export ourselves? I think why not? Actually, we can sell expensive to what is happening to the Chinese while getting some more from Americas in, and some from the Germans as well. Right. Then make sure the grain is still not that expensive. And let's see what is super cheap for us. What can we actually export? Artillery still is a thing. To the Persians. So we make use of the new trade agreement. Here's some guns to the North Germans. Some fabric to the Persians. Perfect. Explosive to... not these amounts. Not really worth it. Fertilizers. Germans. Okay. Paper. Peruvians. Argentinians. Mexicans. Alright. Liquor. Persians. Belgium. Ammunition. Come on, let's send the Russians some ammunition, despite being our former enemy. And ironclad, is there anybody who wants them? Nope. And fish. No, Liberia, I don't care. Alright, this has been a couple of trade routes that need to be adjusted. Let's have a look if we can actually do something about our own lackings. Let's switch here first of all to nice gold mines. Where do we have bad logging camps or old-fashioned ones? Here in Outer Manchuria. You guys go to sawmills, of course. Oh no, we moved them already to electric ones. Sorry, guys. This is why. Oh, did we really work everywhere with electric ones? Is it? Oh yeah. This is probably why the electricity prices are so high also. Interesting. In wheat farms here we already grew a lot. Let's see what rubber is still expensive. And wine. I'm just looking for the raw products right now. Rubber, wine and iron. Because this stuff is built really, really fast. That's why I'm saying this. Like I feel like rural buildings take way shorter than fab comp. Nah, there's not so much capacity left. Rubber, iron. Pardon me. Sachalin, there's stuff to do. There's still capacities, which is very nice to see. Boom. Max this out. Come on. Yeah, iron is gonna be fine, and wine, we said. Wine. Also, wheat was not super cheap, so are we growing wine anywhere ourselves? Oh no, we're fully switched to fruit, okay. We have absolutely no wine production ourselves. Do we have actually demand? No, come on, we don't even have demand. I totally forgot about. This is irrelevant for us at all. Fruit, meat, and grain. Okay, no matter what, we can still, I think, invest here in the meat farm and the rice farm. Let's do this on Taiwan also to get some. Yeah, some Kansai actually, some local grown. It doesn't really hurt. And get some population unemployed quickly. That's the good thing about it. And let's also in southern Manchuria, let's increase our production over here a bit. Yeah, a lot of investment now in the agriculture actually, which is weird since we are kind of industrial state, but this is some, you know, some extra push, so I think the industry can take off after that fully. And still our private investment is building and building and building and building, so I'm not really worried that we would anyhow run out. And we're slowly and slowly decreasing our debt. This is nice. Mitsue Kido retires, alright. I don't know what is about this. Maybe we just built too many in southern Manchuria. I feel like there was no... Yeah, it's at this limit. It's at the limit. Okay. These have to be aborted anyways. Yeah, now we've got power plants coming in. Oh god, but still coal up here. Aniline unlocked. Aniline makes certain dye colors trivial to produce. Unlocks synthetic plants, leads to art silk and synthetic rubber. Alright, but our dye costs are quite low because we have tons of dye plantation. Actually, before I get them out, I'd rather get some more dye plantation out if I could. Yes, I can here in the Sandy Islands. The dye price is still pretty low, this is good. So I'll take it this way. Alright, we've got an event over here. It's me or them. Minio Nozu, leader of the ruling Kazoku, has had enough of compromising with his coalition partners. He has demanded that either his collaborators follow his orders or Kazoku will never approve of their changes. That's what leaders are for, right? I lead, you follow. Sounds rather simple to me. If they wanted to lead, they could have been leaders themselves, but I guess no one else thought they could. It's my way or the highway. Well, I don't know if anyone in Japan said this in 1923, but it is his way or the highway. That's so true. Popularity and the others in the coalition, they can, yeah, we should not lose here the, I mean, now we get migration attraction, which is not that important since nobody migrates to us, but I don't want to lose it still. Also the happiness of loss of standard of living increases, loyalist increase, so very well, Kazoku shall be the leading force. Oh no, it dropped a little bit talking about it, the standard of living. And the loyalists are dropping alongside, and the radicals are increasing. Okay. Let's see. Did we build actually? I kind of want to get also these government buildings out. I'm a little bit annoyed that I still have the problems with the bureaucracy, and I hope this is going to cover it to some extent. That's why I prioritized them a little bit. But look at this, in no time basically, after conquering this empty vast lands, what the Japanese industry has erected over here. The kind of Jilin here is probably the one where it's like more the capital with these buildings, but here Liaoyuan is an absolute mining city. All these coal mines just providing for us. Or is there any mining areas somewhere else? No, it's all down here. Not so far from Mukden, we see Liaoyuan. Here's like the absolute coal basin. Impressive. Alright, we've got a revolutionaries in Belgium I don't care about. We have in Shamar, where I don't really care about. There's an embargo. Oh yeah, Belgium's within themselves, who cares? This again reputable. Still I want to wait for, I've got a little bit less. And here, somehow we're back into our deficits. What are the welfare payments? Here they are, by the way, I couldn't find them before. They're definitely not so small anymore. Kansai in turmoil. These turmoils here are really problematic. But it's just Kansai and Chubu. You know what? I'm gonna... It's already here anyways planned. I want to create jobs, so... Is Chubu maxed out already in terms of farms? I do think so. Yeah, they were our first farming center. Let's create jobs. Then we need glass, tools, and engines. So, is there anything in Chubu or Kansai? Yes, there are. And let's round up here. And steel was also quite expensive. So, okay. Create some more jobs and hope this will satisfy them. Also create some more infrastructure. Actually not so much, because you can always change the ports to the modern ports. So we're gonna do this. And over here in Chubu, basically we will build the same industries again. Yeah, it is what it is. In the end, it doesn't really matter which ones we prioritize. Yeah, here, let's do this. And yeah, these tiny build-ups here from the private investments. Just in case, build some food industries over here as well. And it seems to be the century, the 20s here seem to be the time of of revolution. And what do we have over here? In Gran Colombia we have, who's doing stuff? Colombia is okay, this is just a tribe. Or these are actually interesting. They got independence somehow. Quechua nation. Don't see that too often. Cool. Eugenio Heredia. Smooth style, I must say. I'm kind of intrigued. Kind of modern also. Interesting. But they do have a Catholic, but only for Quechua people. Yeah, but Colombia is trying to snag them in again. To be honest, I'm not defending the Quechuans over here. And we've got a revolt in Scandinavia. Who's revolting? Ah, okay, we've got still with an emperor. Okay, we've got the labor-based emperor. And here we've got the old forces in place. So revolution seems to win over here. This is probably the fate that would have hit Japan if I wouldn't have agreed with the reforms that we wanted to. Here we still have our Wittelsbach hardcore military, religious, proto-fascist government or reactionary government in Spain that came in from a revolution. Also still fascinating. France has a treaty port here. Wow. Okay. And anyways, I think before I keep on going into details right now, I think this was a good end for this very episode. We had to take care more of internal problems, create jobs, do some external stuff, or do some diplomacy, and wait and take care of our of our country. So I think this is a good moment actually to end this very one. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed, and if you haven't yet, leave me a like and a subscription. It would help me a lot and cost you nothing. Thank you so much at this point already. And yeah, then I would say see you next time at the Japanese Empire by your Strategy Wolf.